St. Michael's Catholic Church, Umudim Nnewi, close to the Ojukwu family home in Anambra State of Nigeria, played host to the High and the Mighty in Nigeria on Friday, 2nd March 2012. Here, a requiem mass that preceded the interment of Dame Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu was held. President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife Patience Goodluck Jonathan, Mrs. Helen David Mogg, wife of the Senate President, led other dignitaries like the governors of Ebonyi, Anambra and Delta states to the event, as well as past and present public office holders, especially from the southeastern part of Nigeria. The service began as the body of Ojukwu was ushered into the church in a military fashion, with everyone on their feet in deference to the dead. The service, which followed the strict Catholic tradition, observed a lot of hymn rendition and Bible reading. Special prayers were said for the congregation, Nigeria, and the family of the late Ikemba Nnewi by the presiding prelate and Catholic Bishop of Nnewi, Most Reverend Dr. Hilary Okeke. In his sermon, the retired Catholic Bishop of Orlo, retired Reverend Gregory Ochaga, urged the people to pray for Ojukwu because he lived a just and selfless life. He hoped Ojukwu's exit will bring forth a new generation of Nigerians who will shun corruption and greed, the twin cankerworm warring us which Ojukwu fought till his death. Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State urged Nigerian leaders to do things which would be in the overall interest of the people. Governor Obi praised President Goodluck Jonathan for the exceptional step he has taken in giving Ojukwu a national burial. Governor Obi said through this singular action by President Jonathan, the Igbo will feel less marginalized and excluded in the affairs of Nigeria. President Goodluck Jonathan said that the late Ikemba Nnewi was a God-sent leader to lead his people. He said Ojukwu's vision was beyond the understanding of his contemporaries. The president said that he decided to pay Ojukwu a well-deserved last respect as a fitting tribute to a statesman of great standing. President Jonathan said that even with his failing health at the time, when his father died some years ago, he still visited him in his village, and that touched him.
Ojukwu is one of those who brought by God to lead the people. It's like coming home. We had a program in the United States, not of Nigeria, very good. We had a program in Lagos. Southwest. And of course, there are people now the whole of the South. Organizations have gone to the whole of the whole Eastern. Thank you for this moment. Myself, my wife, my family, and nothing. Thank the Igbos for their support for us.
With the final commendation followed the sprinkling of the coffin containing the remains of Ojukwu with holy water and incense, with songs in the background. Ojukwu's body was taken out of the church to its final resting place, just inches away from the church. The remains of Dame Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu were interred in the marble mausoleum at his ancestral Umudim home in Nnewi, Anambra State, at exactly 2:18 p.m. on Friday, 2nd March 2012. As the body of Ojukwu was lowered, emotions took the better part of his widow, Chief Bianca Ono, who was helped by the wives of Anambra and Imo State governors, Mrs. Margaret Obi and Mrs. Nkechi Okorocha. The burial rites followed strict military tradition. After Ojukwu's interment, traditional and cultural displays were staged as more people came to register their condolence with the Ojukwus. Bianca Ono, the widow of Ojukwu, and Emeka Ojukwu Jr. received all those who came to sympathize with them. The expansive compound of the Ojukwus in Umudim, Nnewi, Anambra State was turned into another huge carnival to celebrate the fall of the Iroko and legend who live on in the minds of all those whose path he crossed in his eventful and most fulfilled life. Adieu, Dame Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the People's Journal and the True Nigerian. Kachukwu na mkpụrụ obi gị na ndokwa. Ala jikanka, ala nkwụba atesi afefe rere.